Alright, hello everyone, hope you're all well, hope you're all staying safe. In today's video, I am once again looking into No Man's Sky, and more specifically, the brand new weekly mission, which supposedly hints at some kind of an upcoming threat in No Man's Sky, or a potential new enemy. Now, before we get into this video, I do really quickly want to plug my Discord server and my Patreon, both of which will be in the description of the video. Please do check them out if you feel like supporting me or being a part of the MZK community. Alright, so the new weekly mission for No Man's Sky has some really interesting lore attached to it, some of which references a potential new enemy. I'm going to give you the fattest warning in advance right now. There are spoilers ahead for not only the No Man's Sky story, but also the weekly mission story as well. So if you don't want to find out what happens, do not watch this video. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Rasmus for providing the screenshots and also explaining the lore behind it. I don't claim to be a No Man's Sky lore expert. This is something which is really out of my comfort zone, and this is really the job of Orbit TV. I mean, fuck, I miss him so much. But yeah, I thought I'd give my 2 cents on the weekly mission and also tie it into some speculation as well. Okay, so the weekly mission involves you finding portal glyphs and feeding an ancient ruin with vortex cubes. The weekly mission is not long at all, but it does provide some really interesting pieces of lore along the way, provided by the writer of Atlas Rises, Greg Buchanan. So to begin with, one of the first pieces of dialogue which you can find aboard the Anomaly says the following: "We were not born to run and hide like Traveller. The time has come." Now, this dialogue is interesting, and I do want to make it very clear that No Man's Sky's dialogue always has stuff unrelated to the game. More often than not, some of the stuff in the dialogue doesn't even tie into gameplay. You mostly find the coolest parts of No Man's Sky in a little text box. So reading stuff out of a text box doesn't necessarily confirm anything. However, it does hint to one thing: the fact that this dialogue references not running away but fighting is interesting. This entire weekly mission seems to be around the idea of fighting, not backing down, and potentially going up against something which is bigger than us, i.e. fighting a threat. Now, another piece of dialogue which you find from the monument which you have to feed simply says the word abyss. Now, I had to do a bit of googling, and Rasmus provided me with some lovely links for this as well, but the abyss, according to No Man's Sky lore, is something beyond this dimension and a possible evil entity. The abyss is believed to be the opposite of the Atlas and also has the potential to control minds with the Korvax. Now, I want to make it clear that the abyss lore has been in No Man's Sky since I think about 2017, so this isn't really new, but the fact it has been referenced recently is quite interesting. Now, in particular to do with the mind control and relating to the Korvax, maybe this new threat is a virus which is overtaking the Korvax and making us fight them. So linking into this as well, it is noted that in a certain part of the No Man's Sky story, the Atlas senses another presence. This presence can be interpreted to be a possible antagonist, a villain of some sorts, especially when you consider that the universe of No Man's Sky is a simulation. This other presence could be something trying to shut this simulation down or pose a general threat. Now, this threat could very well be the Abyss. Again, I am not clued up on the No Man's Sky lore, and I really don't know the ins and outs of how everything works, but the basic rule of No Man's Sky is that the universe is a simulation and the Atlas is the heart of the simulation. The Atlas is the thing that is keeping the No Man's Sky universe alive. Now, currently, we don't have a main enemy to fight in the game. Yes, we have Sentinels, but we don't have an overarching villain that has the same kind of power and intimidation as the Atlas. It would make sense for there to be an opposite to the Atlas, an antagonist, something that is trying to take down the simulation rather than give it life and keep it alive. So my speculation is that with the Exomech update hinting towards Hello Games building a combat update, maybe we fight the Abyss in the next update. perhaps the Korvax will be embodied with this virus and they will become the new enemy alongside the Sentinels as well. Or maybe this new virus has the power to make enemies more challenging, so potentially there could be more aggressive Sentinels or an entirely new enemy. The Exomech update suggested that we are supposed to be fighting something big. It's a big mech, and at this point in time it is incredibly overpowered because we don't have anything to fight it with. So maybe we will be fighting mech Sentinels, or maybe all-out war, or a general antagonist which we are aiming to defeat to restore order and make sure the simulation is stable. I think that a combat update at this point in time seems more likely than a variation update, especially given the new weekly mission lore and how it's said to lead to something bigger. And again, the main areas of focus that No Man's Sky currently has are combat and variety. These are really the only two areas of the game which drastically need an overhaul. I think it's definitely possible that we could get both a combat update and a variation update coupled together. But it's important to note that as the weekly missions go on, things will develop, we will get new lore, we will get a new insight, and obviously the first mission is not going to reveal a lot. But already we have motifs of danger, a new threat and fighting, all of which seem to suggest an overhaul or some kind of update regarding combat. So guys, that's just about all I have to say for today's video. As always, do let me know what you think in the comment section of the video. I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Big shout out to Rasmus as well for providing me some of this information. Thank you very much, Rasmus, if you are watching. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you're staying safe. Love you all. Take care.